Unconducive environment is not synonymous with uncomfortable environment. An environment can be uncomfortable and be conducive. And an environment can be comfortable and be what? Unconducive. So don't confuse the two. In fact, most people that God has called to live, there were people who left from a comfortable environment to a more either uncomfortable or even totally uncomfortable environment. Abraham was in a comfortable environment. He was settled. But God called him to now begin to move. Moses in Egypt, he was in a comfortable environment. But God moved him from the palace to the wilderness, from a prince to a headsman. So that an environment is uncomfortable does not mean it is unconducive. So listen, there are two kinds of environment. There is the comfortable, unconducive environment, and there is the uncomfortable, conducive environment. Why don't they look at me like this? There is what? Comfortable, unconducive environment, and there is what? Uncomfortable, conducive environment. Because when we say environment is unconducive or not conducive, some people are equating it with what? Comfort. And I've told you, most people that God called to live, it was always from a comfortable. Jesus carried apostles who were on level ground, took them to the mountain. Have any of you climbed mountain before? Is it easy? If you climb mountain, both your knees everywhere will be what? You'll be shaking. So why didn't he lead them on the comfortable place? He took them to an uncomfortable place. Ruth, how many of you know the story of Ruth? Ruth and Naomi, you know her story, Abby? Naomi and the family relocated from Israel to Edom because Israel was going through the same thing Nigeria is going through. And Ruth is from Edom, in a good place. And then when Naomi lost her sons and all of that, Ruth moved with Naomi from a comfortable environment, which is Edom, to where? Back to Israel. That was what? Uncomfortable. She was going to meet strangers, so it was uncomfortable for her. But it was in that uncomfortable environment that was conducive for what God planned for her. What did God plan for her? God planned that she will marry the Dangote of his time in Israel. So don't confuse comfort with conduciveness. In fact, many, if not more, destinies have been destroyed by comfort than discomfort. Writers have done, researchers have seen, many destinies have been destroyed by comfort more than discomfort. How many of you know Mo Ibrahim? Have you heard of Mo Ibrahim? Yes. One of the richest men in Africa. He's from Sudan. And he's one of the pioneer telecom entrepreneurs. He was in UK when he now wanted to establish a telecommunication company. He chose to come to Africa, where there was no electricity. This Sudan of, is in 1980s, I'll be 77. No electricity, no infrastructure. He had the option to stay in UK. UK had electricity infrastructure. So UK was a comfortable environment. But it was not conducive for who he wanted to be, for what he wanted to do. What are you going to do in UK? They already have so many telecommunication industries in UK. So for who he wanted to be, UK was comfortable, but it was not conducive. He came back to Africa, came back to Sudan, and started working his ass off. He had to provide infrastructures, electricity to make his communication to work. Today, he's one of what? The richest men in Africa. So a conducive environment is not necessarily a comfortable environment. To watch full videos and get notifications for new ones, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. God bless you.